Ah, what's up? All right, let's get settled here. What's going on, guys? What's up, Pizzulo and Exodus? Hello, man. You guys are on point. You guys are on YouTube all the time, more than me. What's up, Nick Alvarez? Yeah, you're a simple man. So am I, guys. Pretty simple. Hey, good morning, Max from South Africa. All right. Well, you just got home, huh, Nick? How did it go? What'd you do at jujitsu class today? Did you do anything fun? What did you guys work on? Hey, you're welcome. Spiderweb. Very cool. Yeah, that's not something you're gonna see me do a whole lot. Obviously, I do a lot of no-gi, so we're not really doing that. But still, that's good stuff. Teaches you how to manipulate the body. I really like it. Um, so all right, we've got 34 people in here. 33, I guess somebody did had to check out. Anyway, thank you guys. I I wasn't able to shoot a video today. So I was like, damn, I gotta go live. Hey, what's up, Luca? Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. As an armbar position. Oh, man, I am so stupid. Nick, when you said spider web, I didn't even read it. I thought it said spider guard. So I was thinking of spider guard. Yeah, armbar position, of course. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I meant sorry guys, I'm out of it. Yeah, EBI overtime. It's a good thing to practice. That's solid. So learning how to break that grip, learning how to defend and escape is awesome. So what's up, Jay? All right, guys. We've got a few people in here again. I just wanted to say uh, okay. Anyway, hey, can't pronounce your name from Belarus, but what's up? Um, guys, I wanted to say I missed what's up from Australia, Zark. Um, I missed doing a video today. I should have done it in the morning. I could have done it. A lot of times, what I should do is I need somebody videoing my class and just drop the video of my class. It would actually be less work for me, but you know, I missed it in the morning. I was like, ah, no problem. I'll get it at night. Taught a great class. Everything was good. Should have had somebody filming it. And then at the end, I go, I'll get it at the end, right after we're done rolling. And dude, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but sometimes class, it's over, and then all of a sudden, it's a ghost town, and everybody leaves. Other nights, everybody's hanging out, and you can't kick them out of the gym. So tonight, it was a ghost town. Like class was over, and I was helping one guy that had some ringworm. We snagged some ringworm on one of the guys, so I was helping him out, and then all of a sudden, everybody disappeared, and they were gone. They probably heard about the ringworm. No, I'm just joking, but dude, I didn't get time to video anything, so I couldn't upload anything for you guys, and I'm feeling really guilty that I have not put out videos quite like I used to. And I knew it was going to happen at some point. People warned me. They go, "You're going to slow down," and I'm like, "No, it's a habit. I do it every day or almost every day." And then every day became 5 days a week, and then 5 days a week sometimes became 4 days a week. So I don't think I've ever dropped below 4 days a week on videos, but I just, over the weekend I was gone. I was in Vegas, and Monday, I never miss Mondays. So I was like, there's no way I have to go live. So I'm gonna have to do something. What's up, Akira? So yeah, I know. I'm sure you guys probably don't like hate it, but if I don't do a video, you guys are cool because you guys understand how much I love to do what I do. But yeah, I want to do it. Okay, let's see what Exodus is saying. Coach, I tried the dogfight sweep and did the go high finish. And just before I beat his wizard, he did a roll through on me and didn't know it was possible for the wizard guy to roll through. Yes. Guys, there is always a roll. Um, so yeah, start having matches. Don't take the habit. Okay. Yeah. I don't ever want to fall into a habit. I wanna keep this thing going. Okay, Skeezy Mike says the ghost has saved him many times. Okay, let me talk about Exodus. So guys, when you go high, actually, I already have a video on going high, but I was gonna go high. I was gonna do a go high video again, and actually, that's what I was planning tonight because it goes along with the position we're going over, which is mostly the dog fight coming up from half guard with an underhook. And yeah, I see you, Daniel. Chin matches, that's a good idea. We were just talking about doing that tonight, actually. Um, yeah, we'll work on it. Um, but going high, anytime you guys are in on the dog fight, you have an underhook or an arm around the waist in wrestling called the seat belt. The other guy's got the whizzer. Remember, either guy can roll. If you put too much energy into something, there's always a possible little roll. Now, the wizard guy rolling, most of the time, it ends you up in a leg lock, like a knee bar. Could put you in the honey hole, the saddle. Sometimes it'll just put you on the bottom. So a guy could roll and almost like a lateral drop. He just kind of rolls across his back and he can bring you through. Um, what do I think of Hugo Boy asked me, what do I think of double legs in BJJ tournaments? I think they're great. I think too many people are afraid of guillotines. That's what I think. But shouldn't be afraid of guillotines. You got to learn how to deal with them. Don't be afraid of them. Don't fear. If you guys fear stuff, it bites you. You need to face it head on and learn how to deal with it. So yeah, the Von Flu, but it's not just the Von Flu. It's all positioning. There's so much I could say about this because I try to do videos and no, you didn't miss the story, Sterling. I haven't gone over it yet. Tell that to my cauliflower. Yeah. So when you guys shoot double legs, all I can say is like the classic basic thing that people say is, "Oh, you don't shoot double legs in jujitsu because you'll get choked." You know, maybe there's like a lot of wrestlers that maybe aren't great wrestlers, or even if they are great wrestlers, but they go into jujitsu, they get choked out a bunch of times, and that's their experience, and then they go and tell everybody, "Oh man, don't do that stuff. You do jujitsu, they're gonna choke you." And then a guy who's not that good at double legs, he's not a wrestler. He goes into jujitsu class and gets choked by some purple belts, brown belts, and black belts from guillotines. And then he just goes, "Man, you can't do it. The guillotine will kill you." And so the stock of the guillotine goes way up, and the stock of the double leg goes way down. So, you know, it's true. I mean, everybody's probably had that experience. But sorry, I'm reading comments at the same time. It sucks because I'm not scared of the guillotine because we train our double legs a lot, but it hurts, man. Yeah, if you do it like a BB, they can't choke you. Yeah, I'm gonna take notes on the roll call. Okay, so anyway, getting back to it, when you do it a lot, when you shoot a lot, you get caught, you get choked. There will come a time when you will start to adapt, and it happens in all positions. So this is just one position that we're talking about. Um, One of my first tournaments that I ever competed in, I believe it was 97. I think it was 1997 or 96, 97. I did a jiu-jitsu tournament and I made the finals and I was feeling pretty confident. And, I get in the finals, I shoot a double leg, I take the egg down, I get guillotined. And even then, with my wrestling experience, I was, wrestling kind of just makes you kind of tough. I wasn't the toughest guy in the world. I'm not today, but wrestling kind of helps. So going through getting beat down in wrestling, it makes you tough. And I shot a double leg. I was able to just kind of, it's weird. It's like this invisible part of jujitsu where you just kind of hide your neck. And I'm getting choked, but I'm surviving. A normal person that didn't have my experience level probably would have tapped right away. But I allowed my neck, I like give my neck to survive. It sounds weird. Somehow I'm avoiding the choke so it doesn't make me pass out. And he just pulled it so hard. This guy was so strong. And it's funny, it was actually turned out to be Victor Hunsacker. Any of you guys that have been around a long time, you may know that name. If you haven't been around a long time, you may not know it. But Victor Hunsacker turned out to be a fairly decent MMA fighter in the late 90s. And he was coming up, I was coming up, and he was a little bit bigger than me, but no big deal. He ended up ripping my neck off, and he choked me with a guillotine. But it wasn't a choke. I actually tapped because I felt my neck like stretch and like pop, pop, pop in my neck. So I was really worried. I felt a sharp pain in my neck, and I actually still didn't want to tap because my senses told me like, yeah, screw that. I'm not. It hurts, but I'm okay. But then I thought, wait a minute, did he just break my neck? And I'm just not paying attention. And it's, when you're young and stupid and you think you're tough. And I did tap. I tapped, but after he hurt me, and I actually waited about 2 to 3 seconds after he hurt me, he was pulling on my neck still. And I thought to myself, dude, I don't know if my neck's broken, but it hurts. And I think I won out. So I tapped, and my neck was hurt for at least a couple weeks. So maybe longer, maybe a month. But whatever. The point of that story is everybody can get choked. Everybody can get cranked. Um, you know, you get hit with the guillotine and it chokes you. But over time, I still remember going to the side of the mat at this little tiny tournament, and it was at back then it was called Progressive Fighting Systems. Um, Somewhat famous instructor under Joe Moreira. Why am I having trouble? Anyway, you guys would probably know his name. If it comes to me, I'll spit it out. But for some reason, I'm forgetting. Um, so I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. I'm losing my mind. Um, I go to the side of the mat, and then some guy goes, "Here, let me show you how to get out of that." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I was just so frustrated that I lost in the finals. And he showed me a guillotine defense. He basically showed me how to put my arm over the guy's neck. So later, I understood that was a good way. I had just started jujitsu and hardly knew anything. I got to the finals pretty much with my wrestling and maybe an Americana, maybe a key lock. Anyway, um, yeah, you get better. You start dealing with guillotines. You don't want to tap the next time, you get out of one. Then you get choked again. Then you get out of two of them. Then you get choked again. Then you get out of three of them. And you get choked again. And it continually happens. And still sometimes I could still be choked. I could still get caught in good guillotines every once in a while. And I definitely, my threshold now isn't what it once was. So I'll tap now. But, you know, You deal with the guillotine, and then double legs are fine. I actually brought up the guillotine, guys, but as far as double legs, the subject of the question that was asked was double legs in jiu-jitsu. They're great. You know, if you hit them with good timing, shoot, you can hit your head in the middle, hit them with a little blast double, little Jordan Burroughs, knock them down, clear to side control. Great way to do it. All right. Okay, guys, let me tell you the story of what happened yesterday. Um, I'm not super proud of myself, but what's a good double leg counter, coach? Uh, don't let them get your legs, sprawl, head hands defense. There's lots of counters. Okay, guys, let me tell you the story of what happened yesterday. I was over the weekend, I was in Las Vegas, just got back late last night, and I was at a wrestling tournament. It's called Freakshow. Freakshow is a huge, big tournament, and for wrestling, it's a national level tournament. It's not the toughest one in the nation, but it's a good tournament. Vegas attracts a lot of people. Certainly, most of the kids are probably from California um, and Nevada, but there's still quite a few kids that come from all around. I even got to see one of my wrestlers from Florida who flew all the way out for the tournament. So he used to be with me since he was a little kid, and then recently he moved to Florida and he placed eighth in the state out there. So it was kind of cool to reconnect with one of my little kids. Anyway, um, I'm at this tournament. One of my best kids, well, he was in two divisions. There's multiple divisions at this tournament. One of them is called 18 and under elite, and the other one's called 18 and under. It's like your basic varsity tournament. It's still a tough tournament, the regular one, but the elite division is elite. It's for kids. The kids that are placing at that tournament are state place winners at their state championships. Maybe not every single one of them, but a lot of them can place at the state championships. So, sorry, I'm trying to read comments at the same time, guys. Please don't send me stuff right now because then I want to. It's screwing me up, messing up my story. So, anyway, I'm at the tournament. I'm just gonna block it out. I'm at the tournament, and my kid's in the elite division. He's a junior. He's a good wrestler. We end up hitting right off the bat. We hit the number 3 seed. So we get number 3 seed. We have a good match with him. We blunder a situation. We give up 4 points, and as it turns out, that we lose the match 9-5 by 4 points off of the one blunder. So it kills me because one little mistake in the match cost us 4 points. We went to our back on a stupid move that whatever. I need to fix it in my wrestler. So that's something I'm doing this week. I'm fixing his problem with a certain technique. So we get caught, we lose. So we get one loss right off the bat in elite. Next match, we win. We actually beat the next guy in elite in the consolation bracket. Third match of elite. Well, actually, and we're bouncing back and forth. We go over to our regular 18 and under division. We're running 2 divisions at once because we don't want to drive all the way out to Vegas, have a bad tournament at elite, and then just be done. Plus, 18 and under is still a tough tournament. I mean, it's not easy. So we actually win a match at 18 and under. We win a match at elite. Then we go back to elite again, and we have another close match, and unfortunately, we lose that one. So we're knocked out of elite. So we then are done with our day. We ended up with 4 matches on Saturday, and we're done. Next day, I had other wrestlers, but that's beside the point. Next day, Sunday morning, we come back in. We know we only have our varsity division, our 18 and under division, and it's a 128-man bracket. There's a lot of guys. Not quite 128 guys. We ended up fortunate with a bye in the first round, but that still means a full 64-man bracket from the point of view if you take first, if you make it all the way to the finals. 64 guys is a big bracket. That would be 6 matches to win it. If you lose, that means you got to wrestle a lot. Because remember, at 128, you're going to go to a consolation bracket of 128 guys or slots. There's a lot of matches coming back. So we're wrestling in the morning. We win our first match. Then our next match, there's a referee. He makes a call. My guy's losing, actually. We're down by 3. It's the second period. This is a wrestling match. We are down by 3 because our opponent escapes. So it's 3-0. We immediately go after him. Head snap. Take a single leg. We come up off the single leg with an underhook. As we have the underhook, our opponent's grabbing our fingers. So we have a right arm underhook. Opponent's grabbing our fingers of our left hand. And so we're trying to shake it loose so we can use that hand to be an attack for us, like a knee pick. As we're pressuring into him, because we got to get busy, and my kid, he wants to win. He doesn't want to lose. So he's driving into his opponent as his opponent's kind of skating along the edge of the mat. We're driving him out of bounds. We free up our hand, and we attack for a knee pick, and we end up catching the near leg. So we, with our right arm underhook, we reach out and we grab our opponent's left leg. As we pick it up, we drive him out of bounds. It's a standard situation, guys. I'm not asking for our opponent to be called for stalling. It could have been called. I wouldn't ask for it, and I wouldn't think a regular referee would do it. But all of a sudden, as we drive him out of bounds, the referee blows the whistle, calls out of bounds, and says technical violation. I'm thinking to myself, when first time he said that, I'm thinking, I don't think we deserve it, but technical violation, he's fleeing the mat? I didn't think we deserved that. He said technical violation on green, and we're green. 1 point red, and gives our opponent a point. He said evading wrestling. And I immediately flipped out for a second. I went to the head table. I didn't flip out. Calm. I said, sir, like, what's going on? What happened? Like, I just don't understand this. Can you explain the call to me? And he says, your kid was evading wrestling. And I said, we were the ones with the knee pick, like reaching for the leg. And he said, no, you were evading wrestling. I told him he has to circle in, and in other words, he thinks that he said, like, let him circle in, and my wrestler was not allowing him to get in, which is a thing. It is a thing in wrestling. You're not supposed to block guys out. But we weren't. We had a controlling tie-up, an underhook, and we were actually trying to free up our hand to shoot and attack his legs, which is what we were doing when he blew the whistle. And so at the time when he did it, it was very odd. Either way, I was scratching my head. I know how this works. There was nothing I could do. I asked the side referee, the other referee, if he saw it. He said no, so there was nothing I could do. So I went back to my corner, and whatever, it is what it is. Now we're down by 4. We do come back, and we lose the match, something like 6-5 or no, 7-5. I don't remember. We lost by 2 points. In the end, the 1 point didn't make a difference. Like, we still would have lost. But as I'm sure you guys know, that's not how physics of this world work. A lot of times, 1 point, it's a mental thing. Now my kid's down by 4 instead of 3. It also is a mental thing for our opponent. Now our opponent wrestles a little bit different. So we lose, but it also altered the match. Had we only been down by 3, we would have went down third period. We got our escape. A takedown would have tied it. But now we were at a situation where it was 4-0, and we got our escape. It's 4-1. We're down by 3. Whatever. It's all said and done. The match is over. We lost. And I can't, I guess because of my kids' 2 losses the previous day, I lost my mind. I thought we were out. I thought we were done. I thought we were going home early, like 1 o'clock, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I thought we were done. So I said, you know what? That made me a little pissed that we were done in my mind. I didn't realize we were still in the championship round. So that would just put us in the consolation. So I go, you know what? I'm going to give the ref a piece of my mind. So I went up to the ref and I said, hey, ref, I go, you know what? The points, it turned out we would have lost either way. But that call, that 1 point penalty, what was going on with that call? That was a messed up call. And he said, your kid was evading wrestling. So since he spoke to me like that, it pissed me off. So I said, no, we weren't. We were doing a knee pick. So I'm arguing with him a little bit after the match, and he's kind of getting chippy. And so it dug under my skin a little bit. I didn't have the martial way at that moment, guys. And so because I thought we were done, I thought I could just say some shit. It's not a real high school tournament. I'm not going to there's no consequences of the boss. Like as a high school coach, I'm not going to hear from my principal. I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to tell him what I think. I go, and he was telling me, you need to be done or whatever. He was getting in my face and saying some things. So I said, you know what? I go, why are you mad? Because you fucked up. And so I told him he fucked up, and then he got pissed and he said, get out of here. And I said, oh, you want me out of here because you fucked up. So like a child, I started rubbing it in. I was being a dick. And I got to be honest, I enjoyed it. But then, so he ejects me from the tournament. And I tell him, I don't give a shit because I'm out of here anyway. I go, so you suck as a ref. And I just let him have it. I let him have it. And I can't tell you everything that I said. And but I let him have it. And when I did that, they started, well, call security. So I'm on the side. I'm talking to one of these other coach friends that I have. I'm showing him the video of the call. He ends up looking at it. He goes, what? This is crazy. So he agrees with me, right? By then, security, two big dudes come on over. They had big security dudes at this event because it's Vegas. Tons of people there. You got to have security. It wasn't like a little tournament in a high school gymnasium. We're talking, it's at a casino in their ballrooms. Tons of mats. I guess there's like 30, 35 mats. I don't remember. But yeah, so they're escorting me out. So immediately when they showed up, I'm walking out. I tell the guys, I go, don't worry about me, guys. I go, I'm good. I go, I was just talking some shit to the ref because he made a horrible call. And I talked some shit as I was walking out too. But as I'm walking out, I still think that I'm done. And as we exit, I shake the hands of the security guys. I go, hey, you guys did a great job this tournament. Thanks a lot. So as I walk out, they close the doors. I'm locked out of the casino. And I realize, what am I doing? I talked to a couple like people that are also leaving. Maybe they're done for the day. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, where are they? They're not coming out. So I call my kid's dad and I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? I'm outside the casino. I'm just waiting for you. And they said, we still got more matches. We got like 6 more matches for 3rd place. And I'm like, what? I thought we were done. He goes, we were in the championship. And I went, oh no, I can't believe I did that. I go, I got kicked out because I thought we were done. I didn't realize that I wasn't going to be able to coach my kid anymore. We came all the way to Vegas. Now I can't even coach him. He's got like 6 more matches. So I'm like, damn, what am I going to do? So I bump into Casey Halstead. If you guys don't know, he owns like multiple jiu-jitsu schools, but he owns 10th Planet Las Vegas. And so I run into Casey. He gives me a hat. He gives me his 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu hat. I put it on, cover it up, pull the bill all the way down. Somebody gives me a sweatshirt so I can cover up my PG shirt, my green PG shirt. I sneak back into the tournament. So now I'm by the mat where the referee is, and I'm hiding. I'm hiding like in the 2nd, 3rd row of chairs, and I'm just like staying real incognito. And it's so funny because he ends up thinking that my kid's dad is me because he had the same T-shirt as me, and then he ends up calling security on the kid's dad. So the ref doesn't even remember it, and he's calling security on him. The security comes over. They go, that's not the guy. Like, we talked to the guy. We already escorted him out. It's not the guy. We're not throwing him out. So now it's just creating all this shit, and I'm just like hiding right there. I'm watching the match, and then all of a sudden, like, he locks eyes with me, and I just I just tilt down with my my 10 planet cap, and I'm hiding, and then he calls security again. I just get up and I like walk out, and I walk away, and I just keep changing positions. So now I'm trying to study the matches as my kid's wrestling many more times, 6 more times, I believe, 7 more matches. And we battled all the way back to 3rd place, won all the matches. When it came down to the last 2 matches, I snuck into the corner. Now I'm getting closer and closer, and I sneak into the corner, so I'm like spitting out like little coaching tips while my other coach is coaching and the family's there. And it was funny as hell. But I'm gonna try to show you guys. Well, I got one video here. It's gonna look a little funny because I guess I'm gonna show you. So this is what I look like at the tournament. See if you guys can even see this. Let me turn the light down a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna help or not, but all right. So watch this. See if you can hear it too. What's up, guys? Just wanted you guys to know I'm 10 Planet Las Vegas today. I'm in Las Vegas, and I just got kicked out of the Freakshow Wrestling Tournament. So my homie Casey Halstead hooked it up with the 10 Planet hat. Somebody gave me a sweatshirt. I'm incognito, even though underneath I'm PG. So I got to finish out this tournament. I can't coach my kid anymore, but I can watch him as long as I stay hidden and nobody knows. So let's see, right here. So anyway, that was the video I took of when I was still hiding. The matches were still going on. We had about a couple more matches to go, but yeah, I got kicked out. I wasn't, guys. Looking back, I mean, I was being a child, but it may not be the Marshall way, but I the referee's call was so bad. I want to show it to you guys, so I'm gonna try to entertain you for a little bit. I'm gonna try to pull this match up, and so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about, how bad of a wrestling call this was. So it was bad. All right. Let me see if I can find this. Somebody just asked, Sterling, Coach, are you related to the inventor of the Peterson move? No, just happen to have the same last name. Not at all. So, all right, guys, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of this match. Okay, let me see if I can get the sound going. Okay. All right. So there you go. I know the lighting's kind of bad. So there, you guys can watch it. We got taken down. We're in the blue. So the kid in the red's on top. And you'll get to see this call. Hit a little sit out right there, or a switch. Didn't quite work. I'm going to skip ahead. I don't want you guys to watch the whole match. I'm going to get to this call. And I'm sure you guys, anybody with wrestling experience, is going to agree with me. I mean, like, I cannot believe this call. But I challenge anybody to kind of like get a look at this. All right. So we're on top. Scores 2-0. All right. So watch this right here. Our opponent's going to get away. We get a little too high. Opponent gets away. It's 3-0. in the blue, we take a shot. There's the underhook. He's got our fingers. We're running. We just went out of bounds looking for his leg. And there it is. Technical violation. 1 point. I come over and I'm like, what's up? This is ridiculous. Why did our opponent get a point? He doesn't want to hear it. And the match continues. I didn't know what to do. I walked over to the other ref, and all the refs, a lot of the refs know me, but I don't know this ref because I think he's from a different state. He's not from California. So pretty unbelievable. So I end up walking over and asking this other ref, what was that? So anyway, I don't know if this match, it probably won't have the aftermath of me arguing because they cut it off. Flow Wrestling always cuts it off at the end. So it probably won't have me arguing with him. Yeah, it's going to cut off. At the end, I said, didn't make a difference in the match, but that was the worst call of the tournament. So, yeah, it was just a really bad call. I should have choked him. No, but guys, I said some stupid shit. I mean, he said something like, "You got to get out of here," and I said something like, I pissed him off because I said, "What are you gonna do?" And I think that's when he finally, I pushed him too far and he kicked me out. But I also said he fucked up. I said that multiple times, so I know I used the F word quite a bit. So I don't normally do that, guys. I'm usually a cool customer, but whatever. It was Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So, so anyway, guys, that's my little story. I know it's not the funniest story, but hope you enjoyed. It was the kind of the highlight of the weekend. Me walking around hiding while I had to try to coach my core or coach my student in the corner without being able to just be out in the open like usual. So he screwed up. I don't know who the ref's name was. I mean, he was from. I don't think he's a California ref. I know pretty much all the California refs, and I'm at tournaments constantly, so almost all referees know who I am, and I know who they are, and he must be from a different state. So anyway, so anyway, if you guys want, we could talk about anything else. So yeah, he messed up. He probably does it more than. I mean, it was a really pretty bad call, I thought, and I showed it. I showed it to a college coach who coaches Life Pacific University, and he actually ran into me. Arsen Alexanian. I've had him out at my wrestling camp a couple of times, and he saw me and he said, "I didn't even recognize you," because I had the hat on, and I was like, "I'm incognito right now. I'm hiding." I said, "I got kicked out of the tournament. I snuck back in." And, I showed him the video and he was blown away. He had to watch it like 3 times. He goes, what? How could he call that? And so, yeah, it was a pretty bad call. All right. So James Liu, thank you for the detailed videos. He says, you're a great coach. Thank you so much. Yeah, I should have banana splittered him. So he was not securing the takedown anyways. You're doing good. Best story of midnight ever. Yeah, Carlos, well, I'm pretty sure you made an impression on him. Hopefully he learned something. Yeah, somebody told me that. They said, well, maybe by you flipping out on him, he's going to learn. But honestly, guys, I don't think it works. Most of the time when you do what I did, it's counterproductive. So he will probably go away from that situation like, I don't hate the guy. I talk some shit, but I really don't hate the guy, and I'm sure he's a good guy overall, but and he's probably a great ref. He just probably it was a long day, long weekend, probably just made a mistake, but I'm sure if he saw it again, he might change his mind, but, um, I think it leaves a bad taste for him, like Jesse just said, and I think what he does is he digs his heels in stronger. When somebody does what I did, which I basically resorted to name calling and a lot of times that's a sign of you losing the argument. But um, I just did it. I did it. I acted like I was younger, and but I think it just makes him dig his heels in. I think would have been better is if I would have kept my calm, and I was, sir, I guess we'll have to disagree on this one, but I want you to know that I still think you're a great ref, and this is again, this is the way to get through to people. If I would have told him, sir, I guess we don't see it the same way, we see it differently, but I want you to know, I think you're a great ref, and I'm really happy that you're doing this for these kids and everybody out here. So I appreciate you, and maybe if you were to see it again on video, maybe you might see it differently, but whatever. Good luck to you. If I would have done that, he probably would have walked away. And I know this because over 26 years in the sport, and 23 years out of the 26 coaching wrestling, he probably would have thought, that guy was really nice. It might be possible that I messed up, and he might think about it, and then it might change him. But the way I did it, I was just the angry coach with the shit talking, and that usually doesn't work. But it is what it is. It's over, and I'm not losing any sleep over it. So yeah, he wanted to keep his authority puffed up. Yeah. So, and I did watch him. He did ref a couple more matches of my kid, and I noticed he was being pretty fair to my kid after that. He wasn't trying to screw my kid because in his mind, he was like, "Oh, well, he's gone. I got him kicked out of the tournament. Now his kid's got to wrestle with his dad in the corner and the other coach." So, yeah, it is what it is. Pizzulo likes the way I handled it. Anyway, I will admit I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was fun. It was kind of childish, but it was fun. So I'm a human being. I enjoyed the shit talking for sure. So so anyway, so hey guys, whatever it is late over here, and I know you guys know it's late. There's probably some of you guys that are in different time zones. So yeah, totally true, Carlos. So let's see. Coach, do you use cradle position in BJJ? Could you do a video of some cradle system technique? Um, yeah, I was just talking with one of my guys like yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. Must have been Friday. And I was teaching him about the cradle. Guys, not every wrestling move is great for jiu-jitsu, but in the old days of jiu-jitsu, like back in the 90s, there used to be a thing called getting out of a cradle. And some jiu-jitsu schools would actually literally put it on their blue belt test. I just remember his name, Roy Harris. It was a Roy Harris tournament. He was, believe it was Progressive Fighting Systems back in the day. Anyway, Roy Harris is a guy that used to have a blue belt test for his students. And I remember part of that test was 2 ways to get out of the cradle or something like that. And I'm not even saying what they are, but I just remember seeing it written down as a requirement. So a cradle's a cradle. It's not incredibly useful, but there's a few times when you can use it, and it's not a bad thing. So, yes, you don't want to just hang onto a cradle and waste all your muscles from squeezing your cradle. You're just going to wear out your grip, but sometimes you can use it and control a guy in a street fight. Man, if you guys ever remember Tito Ortiz when he first got in the UFC, I believe it was Guy Mesker. He ended up losing the fight because they restarted it, something like that. He got guillotined, but speaking of the guillotine again, but before that, he cradled Guy Mesker and just kneed the shit out of his face. So when you can knee guys on the ground, so you know, cradles are still good. Um, Maybe I'll do a video on a cradle sometime. It's I'm not big on it though. It's not like I'm telling you, yeah, cradles are gonna change your life. How do you convince your nephew to wrestle? 14-year-old needs a rite of passage to manhood. That's true. Um, you gotta bring him into the room, Sterling. You want to hear my wisdom, Ed? I don't know how much I'm giving tonight. I'm just talking shit. Hey, how was the cancer seminar? Oh, in Bakersfield. Carlos, yeah, it was great. Do you drink bangs? No. I do drink caffeine, guys, but try to stay away from Bang. Bang's got like 300 milligrams. I'm really I really pay attention to my caffeine intake. So, how was the cancer seminar? Carlos asks. It was really good. I thought it was funny because I was the only guy nogi. Like there was all these guys. I gotta show you a picture. All these guys, everybody had gis on, and I'm the only guy nogi. So that was funny. But yeah, no, it was a great time. We lots of great training. Everybody was learning stuff. It was really kind of short. The it was really kind of short. So this was the picture, guys. Anyway, so you can see everybody's got gis on, and then right there, there's me sitting next to Dan Camarillo. And oh, this kid right here, this is Josh Cisneros, killer kid with he's the one with that crazy funky Kimura from Double Unders. And what do we have here? We had another black belt with Dan Camarillo is representing, but I think he's from Brazil. Forget his name. Matt Baker, Jill Baker. Anyway, Tom Knox. So if you guys don't know Tom Knox, he's the man. He's the former skateboarder and coach of Josh Cisneros. Anyway, yeah, it was a good time. I showed a little bit of the Ghost Escape and a little bit of Darce Entry, Darce Attack, all stuff that I've shown you guys on videos. So anyway, so trying to catch up. Gi ain't realistic. Well, guys, I don't like to. I'm a no gi guy, but I don't shit on the gi. Don't shit on the gi. The gi's still a good thing. So, no, it wasn't a cancer like thing for anyone specific. It did go to help a couple families that were affected in our jiu-jitsu community that were affected by cancer, but it was more for like we were trying to do this once a year, all these black belts from around the country. Right now, this was 6 events all in one day. And so all those people you saw in the picture, those people are I don't know how many people are there, but it was like 30 or maybe even more, maybe 40. Um, they're all just coming together at one location. And there were 6 of those going on at the same time. And we want to do this once a year and then raise a bunch of money so jiu-jitsu can help raise money to go into like cancer prevention, research and such. So great cause. You know, none of the instructors were getting paid. It was all fundraiser just to help out. You know, I went down there. I bought you know, like 4 T-shirts. I kind of like auctioned those things off to people, and then I also donated my own money, and we raised maybe like 2 to 3 grand. So it wasn't like a huge amount, but 2 to 3 grand from ours, and there was like 6 of them. So maybe some did better than others, but if you do the math, shoot, that's like 12, probably 15 grand we probably raised one weekend. So the jiu-jitsu community. And the goal is in the future, imagine if we do this nationwide. Like this time we had like 4 of them going on in California and 2 out of state, one in Chicago, and I forget where the other one was. But how awesome would it be if all the jiu-jitsu community in the United States comes together and we do this on one day and everyone shows up and you just get a lot of jiu-jitsu going and we could really, really raise some money that could help a lot of people. So it's really cool. I thought it was a great idea. It was put on the idea. I don't know if it was solely by Kenny Jewell, but shout out to Kenny Jewell. If you guys don't know him, he's a photographer and he really does a lot for the jiu-jitsu community. So anyway, so that was fun. I got more stuff in store, guys, real soon. I'll give you guys a little heads up on things I'm going to be doing soon. Again, finishing out the half guard series. Half guard series, there's still a few more things. I'm going to do another video on going high. I know I already have a video on it, but I got to tie it together. I got to put it with these other videos and then kind of tie it together. So we get this sweep going. Then I got to show the top position. We got to know how to whizzer properly. We have to know how to escape this dogfight position using the whizzer. We have to know a couple more attacks from the bottom in the knee shield underhook game and how to attack. There's triangles, there's rolling for the knee bars that could be talked about. Half guard series is huge, and there's more to be doing on that. There's so many ideas, guys. I get ideas every day, and then I forget the ideas. I don't write stuff down. Nothing I write down, guys. This all comes out of my head. Most of the time, it's spontaneous. If anybody wonders or is interested in, in how I do my videos, most of the time it's spontaneous. So I'll teach my students throughout the week, and that'll help give me ideas. Tomorrow morning, I have a private lesson, like right before my first class. And with my private lessons, they always stimulate my brain because they'll ask me questions like, how do you hold side control or whatever? And I'll teach something, and then I realize right away, that's something I got to teach for the channel. And that's kind of how I get a lot of my ideas. It's very hard. Jiu-jitsu is so vast and huge and amazing that it's really hard to keep everything in the mind at one point. You just can't do it. It's like trying to say, name all the countries of the world, and really quick you'll name, United States, China, France, Russia, Brazil, and then really quick you're gonna go Canada, Mexico, and then you'll start spitting out other things. So if you notice, that's how our brains are. Like if we get certain things in our mind, oh, Egypt, yeah, Egypt is a country, and then I totally forgot about South Africa, and then Australia, and then it'll just you could think longer and it'll come up, but it's hard to access all of these things at the same time. It's not possible. It's very difficult. I mean, okay, when I say not possible, I mean highly improbable. But it is impossible to get all of the techniques of jiu-jitsu at one point. First of all, nobody knows everything. I don't know everything, but it's hard for me to get all the things that are in my mind out, and it's not easy for me to just select, oh, I haven't done this yet, let's do it. So it comes up, it pops up at practice. Somebody will ask a question like, what about cradles? And then all of a sudden, all right, let's do a cradle video. And oh, here's a cradle situation. And then it just keeps coming up, and then it's material. I've always found it funny when people would tell me a long time ago, they said, if you do videos like 5 days a week, or every day or whatever, why don't you do videos once a week? And I said, well, that's not what I want to do. They go, but aren't you going to run out of ideas? I go, hell no. How can I run out of ideas? I mean, like, jiu-jitsu is huge. You can always do stuff, guys. Every day I teach, there's another thing that I haven't shown you guys on the channel every day. And you guys are missing out on so much. It kills me. Sometimes I just think, damn, nobody videoed that. Damn, nobody videoed that. And I someday I need like just the video. the video being played or ran all class, and that way every bit is grabbed and put on, on video, and then boom, we have it. Throw it up on the channel. So yeah, I just that was actually how the channel was inspired originally. For those of you guys that didn't know, I thought to myself, I want to get everything in my head on video. Like, if I do it one step at a time, one video per day, in 365 days, I should have 365 videos. And I may not do, you know, I may not do, a video every day, but I'm getting a lot of them out. There's over 400. I can't wait to hit 1,000. So, and I think at 1,000, I'm not going to run out of material. There's still going to be more, guys. There's always more. So, and you can learn so much. Like somebody said, why don't you video the rolling more, or like run some matches in the school, in the academy, and then go over them. So, yeah. Thank you, Jesse. So, guys, I'm trying to help you guys as much as I can. I really, truly do feel guilty. I also want you guys to know my life, because of this channel. Thank you so much. Obviously, I make a little bit of money on ad money. I make a little bit of money on Patreon, and that helps me a lot. It's because of this channel why my life has actually gotten a lot busier. It has also helped my business as far as my school. My school has improved, but there is so much going on right now. We're in the middle of wrestling season. I'm trying to train my wrestlers, get them ready for competitions, and we are like, I'm working so much that I don't give as much time to my channel as I used to, and I don't want that to continue. I want to like make sure that I give you guys what you guys need and what I feel like I want to give you. I don't want to treat you guys like I don't care, because I do care. And so that's why I do stuff like right now, like this live video. I want to do this because I want to be around you guys. I want to keep it going. But what I'm getting at is I'm still reading comments. It kills me that I cannot reply to all of them. I reply occasionally, but there are so many comments on the videos now because the channel has over 75,000 subscribers, which is awesome. That it's hard to comment. There's comments to slip through. If you guys didn't know how this works, anytime you guys do a new comment, I get it in my inbox. I read all of them. But if somebody replies to a comment, I may not read it. That's only if I stumble on the comment section in the video. And sometimes I do, and I stumble on other comments, and then I may comment. But I'm doing the best I can, and I do read them all, and I don't get to reply to them all. So I'm just saying it right now. Like, I do read all of your guys' stuff, so all the thank yous, all the little things. Sometimes I wish I could reply, but it's a volume thing. I am getting hundreds of comments, and there's no way to reply to everybody. I for whatever reason, like depending on what I'm doing, busy in my life, I will comment when I can. Other times I'm like, I want to comment, but I'm on the road. I like gotta go to the gym, and then there's so many things. Life is crazy right now. It's busy, but I'm having a great time. So the one thing I can do is I can dedicate, an hour a day, 2 hours a day, to put up a new video, however long it takes. Sometimes it's like a 2 hour process, sometimes a 1 hour process. And I do try to give the channel that much every day. But life is pulling me in a million directions. I'll tell you that. So yeah, I wish I could hire someone, guys. Maybe if more revenue's coming in. I mean, my gym's doing better. Patreon's like kind of steady, but I get new people on Patreon all the time. But there's also a lot of people that fall out, or their credit card doesn't get billed, or whatever. And people are in and out constantly. And a lot of people edit their pledges. Sometimes people are like donating $10, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're donating five, or they're five, and then they're donating one. So most people are donating $1, but it's cool. It's awesome. It's amazing. If everybody that was watching the videos just did $1, I'd be this would be like a full-time position. I'd be able to like help you guys even more. But it's great, guys. It's great the way it is, and I want to keep it going. And never do I want it to slow down. So I love what I do. I love helping you guys. I thank you guys all so much, and I want to keep giving you guys great stuff. So, and I want to keep learning myself. So there's jujitsu moves fast, and you guys watch all that stuff coming out. There's other great channels, and from Lachlan Childs to Gordon Ryan to like millions, dude. There's a way other, so many good guys. So many good guys out there. So coming up with new things all the time. Oh, so I'm tired, guys. Mat fees. We will be visiting soon. Does the mat fee cover whole day? Carlos asks. Do you mean the $20? It's really supposed to be a class fee, $20 for drop-ins at my gym. I don't know if that's what you're asking about. Maya versus Askren. Oh, guys, I don't like that fight. I want to see it. I don't like picking it. I like both Maya and Askren. I mean, it's going to be grappling wise, I would think it's going to be a grappling match. So it's going to be fun to watch. So let's see. Ed Val, how and where can we donate? Just go to any one of my videos, guys. Ed, any one of my videos, if you pull up the description box, Patreon link is right there. PayPal link is right there. So Maya going KO Astrid. Maybe. I don't know. So I don't know what's gonna happen, guys, but I'm excited to watch that fight for sure. Yeah, James Liu, I'm reading back. I think you're the first to put out great free detailed videos. Most detailed videos you have to pay for. Yeah, thank you. That was my strategy. So Ellen asks, what's your biggest motivation in life? To help people. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I want to help people. I mean, like, jujitsu is in wrestling is my vehicle right now that I use to help people because that's something that I'm good at. But I'm also like, I'm a shrink for like a lot of people, and martial arts. It's like, it's more than just teaching techniques. But I just, overall, if I could boil it down to one thing, it's like helping people. But guys, my strategy for this channel was to just, you know, do something different that nobody's done. I know maybe there's others that do it too, but I'm not saying I'm the only one. But a lot of people would pay for these channels, $20 a month, 25, 30, or whatever it is. They would charge for their videos. And I just thought, well, YouTube's free and there's so many, no offense to these other channels, but there's so many bad free videos. I was like, why don't I just give it away and maybe I'll get some ad money. Maybe I'll get some Patreon money from it. I'll get something from it and I'll help people at the same time. And I thought, then I'll help more people. Like, some people told me, they said, dude, you would do way better if you just charge people for all your content because you have so much good content. You could charge 25, 30 bucks a month and you could have 200 people or whatever they say, but if you do the math, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of true, but would I really be able to? And I'm like, you know what? It's not just about the money. I go, big part of this channel is like I think about it, like it's a cool thing. You get this whole Patreon thing, even whether you guys hate Patreon's business or not, the idea that you get to choose what I'm worth, I think is kind of cool. It's kind of like tipping. You tip your waitress or your waiter when they do a great job. And if they don't do a great job, if your food's cold and you got a fly in it and they don't come back and refill your drinks and they don't have a good attitude, you just don't give them a tip, or you give them a tip, but it's like $1. And if somebody did a really good job, you give them $10. And I thought, you know what? Like, in some sense, it's weird because it's kind of like capitalism. It's like if you do a really good job, you make money. It's not just you don't just get it. You don't just charge people 25 bucks and everybody gets the same thing. And then it's what you get out of it. You get to pay into it. It forces me to be accountable, to do the right thing, or to be as good as I can, let me say. And then it allows you to use your heart and give what you think I'm worth to you. And so that's like, to me, that's a beautiful thing. And then there's a little bit of kind of like our social system, our welfare system. It's a welfare system as well. So now you got all these people paying, $1, $2, $5, $10, 25 bucks, and they are sort of like, paying for all the freeloaders. So then you got all the people that will watch the channel for free. They're the freeloaders, right? They're the welfare. They're welfare recipients. They're getting free Teach Me Grappling videos because there are others that pay. Now, some people always hate that. Like, for example, in our current system, you got people that take advantage, but some people can't afford it. It's okay. And it's okay. I want to help as many people as possible. And guys, I am not starving. I am by no means rich, but I am not starving either. So I'm happy as hell. I grew up poor. I didn't have anything. My parents, my father worked. He probably made 25 to 30 grand a year. And that's all he made. And we had we had, family of five. And we survived. We didn't have new cars. I didn't have anything. I wore the same three sets of clothes every 3 days a week or whatever. Maybe I had five sets, and I could wear one every weekday. But I didn't have nice stuff, and it was the cheapest stuff. When I was a kid, my mom sewed our clothes. I was wearing clothes that my mom made. So they weren't even clothes that we bought at a store. They were clothes that my mom sewed. So I grew up kind of poor in a rough area. And I'm very fortunate. I feel that, like, I don't care about money that much. Like, I want money just like the next guy, but I don't rely on it. And it's not a big deal because why? My belly's full. I'm not starving. So I don't need any more. Like, I would love to get more because everybody wants more for the future. You never know when something's bad's gonna happen. I can't do this forever, but I just want to be happy. Like, I think a lot of people do, but I love how I'm I love that I'm in this place in my life because I get to help people. I do make enough money to survive, and I just hope I'm putting enough away for the future so I can take care of myself when times get rough. But I love helping you guys. It's an awesome. Yeah, like, even though 41 people in the chat right now, sure, it could be a million, it could be 100, it could be 1,000. That would be better than 43. But 43 people, you know, I got 43 people in here, and it's just fun. I know you guys enjoy the channel, and maybe you're interested in what I have to say. That makes me feel good. I love you guys, and I want to keep helping you. Simple as that. Aren't you guys bored with me yet? I gotta go to bed anyway. I got a private lesson in the morning, more technique in my morning class, and we got wrestling practice, we got night classes, we got kids classes, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing. Um, Lots of work to do tomorrow. Ordering singlets, rash guards, so many things. So guys, I got to get going, but thank you so much, and I appreciate you. I will be filming tomorrow, so we got more. We got to hit some more dogfight stuff. That's more to come. All right, guys. Wish you guys a good night. Have a good night's rest. See you guys tomorrow. Keep training hard, and don't get kicked out of a tournament like I did. Okay, keep your nose clean. We'll see you guys. Take it easy. Good night.